So warm welcome everyone. I am Pluto Williams and I am your host of the big amazing show called Agents of Happiness. And today I have two guests. So the studio is full and it's two friends and I am super excited. I know, I always say that I'm super excited, but I am very excited because this is friends that is from sort of the same area where I am from, almost in the world. I'm from Sweden and my guests are from the Netherlands. They are Dutch and it's His Excellency Ambassador Ferdinand from Holland, or you say the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
Exactly, it's the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
Yes.
But in Arabic it's Hollandi.
Hollandi, yes, so, and we say Holland as well in Sweden.
Yeah.
And then we have Madame Margaret, that is the lovely spouse of His Excellency Ferdinand. So a warm welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, and
thank you for being here, and
very
thank you for
happy to be here.
the agents. Now you are the agents of happiness.
Yeah. Especially happy that we are here together. So
Yes.
it's very special to have a interview together with my wife Margaret. So
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
thank you for saying, because we had a little bit of a struggle, I had a little bit of struggle before how to say your name, and
But it's difficult.
it's difficult. Can you please introduce yourself? So
my
please.
name is Margriet, and if I am the married one, I use the last name of my husband, so then it's Margriet Lahnstein. And if I'm on my own, then it's Margriet van den Arend. And, but we keep it Margriet, okay?
Yes, okay. I would just call you Madame.
It's also
Madame.
Madame Margriet.
Thank you so much for being here. So shall we do it a little bit like, so I know you are Your Excellency, but how do you, shall we maybe ask Madame to just say a few words of who you are, just for be a little bit unconventional?
Yeah,
What do you,
that's a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we are from where we are, right?
Yes.
You will not be offended.
Of course not, no.
And we're just
More
human
than pleased.
beings, and the listeners will be human beings.
Yes.
and-
So
No.
please tell me, who are you? Just briefly.
First Ferdinand or first me?
No, please.
Yeah. Well, I'm Margriet,
Yes.
and I'm coming from the Netherlands, as you said. And I'm 60 years old.
Yes. Young.
And young. Yeah. Well, happy to be this age. And Ferdinand.
I would say it's the age of wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the age of wisdom, and the age that you know how to live happily.
Yeah.
And we met 37 years ago in Rotterdam under the Cubus, very nice buildings in Rotterdam under the Cubus, and they're made of cubes. And there we met for the first time. And then Ferdinand said to me, I'm leaving, so we cannot have a fling or something because I'm leaving. Where are you going, Ferdinand? I said, I'm going on my bike to India from the Netherlands. I said, okay.
On the motorcycle?
No, on the bicycle.
Push bike.
On the bicycle?
Yeah, push-up, yes.
The push bike.
We need to talk for a long time.
Yes,
Yeah,
we can do so. We have the whole evening, so.
So he did. After 6 weeks, long story short, he left on his bike.
Bicycle.
Bicycle, on the push bike. And we said goodbye, and we said there's no reason to be a girlfriend or boyfriend because we won't see each other for a long time, because he was planning to be away for a year. Actually, this is your story, and now I'm telling your story. But
It's okay.
It's our story.
It's our
Exactly,
story.
it's your
So
story.
he left, and I went back to, I was studying at the Art Academy in Rotterdam, and I had to finish, so I went back to my studies, and then end of the year, you called, he said...
Yeah, I called her and said, would you like to come over?
But I've never been on a plane, and it was very scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
so you were in India then?
No, actually, I mean, I never arrived in India. But I could tell the whole story, but that will be... No, I was planning to go to India, but on land.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a visa for Iran, because at that time it was the Iran-Iraq war.
Yeah.
And the Netherlands was supporting Iraq, so the government of Iran didn't give me a visa. So then I was looking at the map. How do I get to India? So I was like, well, maybe if I go to Syria, Jordan, and then Iraq, take the boat in Basra to Mumbai, then I will be in India.
Yeah.
But long story short, I was at the border with Turkey, Syria. The Turkish border police didn't let me into Syria because I had another stamp in my passport. And there was a Syrian guy who talked me out of it. And then after 4 hours I was allowed to enter Syria. And then he asked me after, we was chatting around and etc. And then he invited me to go to his home. Which was a small village, Salamia, in the eastern part of Syria.
Yeah.
And then I said, why not?
Yeah.
And arrived there late at night, and then his whole family, and it's not like a small family like 5 people, but like 40, 50, 60, at one stage 100 people were there, and making a party, singing and dancing, having food. And that continued for a week there.
Wow.
Then we moved to Damascus, and then I met his other part of the family there, and the whole thing started again. So everybody
one more week.
And then I was saying, why should I go to India if I have this kind of experience here? Then I ended up living 3 months in Syria before they kicked me out because they thought I was a CIA spy.
Oh.
That's the short version.
Oh, you need to write a book, Your Excellency.
There's a short version, and then in the meantime, at the end of I called Margriet and said, well, let's meet in Amman in Jordan. That's where we met over Christmas.
Romantic.
And she brought all lovely cookies to Amman, and then we had a lovely time together in Amman. And then from there, the love story started in a way.
Oh, great. So beautiful.
Yeah.
And how beautiful it is, because I have been in Jordan, and it's very romantic.
It is. Petra.
Did you go to Wadi Rum?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I understand why you guys are married.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
What a story.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was only the beginning. And,
And look at you now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
We are here. Whole lifetime has been passed.
And Ferdinand came home from his travelers, and I finished my study. And then I said, I wanted to go to Australia.
Yes.
And sorry, now it's my time to travel.
Yeah.
And bye. And he said, oh, wait a minute, I like to come with you.
Good.
And then we had not much money, so we were looking at the tickets, and we found a ticket with Pakistan Air, and it stopped. The plane stopped in Karachi. I said, okay, we have never been to Pakistan. Let's travel Pakistan.
Nice.
So we start traveling in Pakistan. We started in Karachi, and there we met people, and then we took a plane up north, naar Peshawar, and then naar Chitral and Gilgit, and we hitchhiked, and it was very
Adventurous.
adventurous.
It was amazing.
And it was amazing to see Pakistan, the north, in
1991.
1991,
Because we got married before,
Yeah.
in July in 1991. And then,
Yeah. And
so we traveled around.
we traveled
It was
around.
like you still could travel in Pakistan. And
Yeah,
had an amazing time.
yeah.
Did you came to Australia?
In the end, yes. So
Yeah.
we from Pakistan we went to Thailand, traveled on land from Thailand to Singapore, to Malaysia, and then moved to Indonesia. Traveled around Indonesia for a while. I think we went first to New Caledonia or first to Australia. I think first to New Caledonia, then to Australia, something like that. Anyway,
No,
we-
Australia, New Caledonia,
Yeah.
New Zealand, Tahiti,
Yeah.
then to the US.
yeah, and we lived 3 months, 3 months in Australia, and then also almost 3 months in New Zealand,
Wow.
and then to San Francisco, back home.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something, Your Excellency? Was this during all the travels that your wish to become a diplomat? You know.
Absolutely not, because I think as a personality, I don't think I have to be kind of Dutch blunt. I don't have the basic skills of being a diplomat. So it was not totally not in my thinking system.
No.
And but I think what I discovered, and I think also Margriet discovered, that we like to travel.
Mm.
I think we both are curious people. We like to see things, experience culture, and
Meet people. Yeah.
meet people. So I think that's more like I think it's more from curiosity.
Yeah.
And also kind of open mind of learning more about the world where we live in.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. I think the whole diplomat story. I can tell you a little bit more about it later. But no, in principle, my father was a
Yeah.
accountant. So that's very much more in my veins. So I started. I studied economics, and then I came to work by accident at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs because I applied for a job as a head of a department on financial information systems. Totally nothing to do with diplomacy except the fact.
Wow! I'm just trying to connect the dots here.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see that in my head, right? You like.
We will throw another.
So that was 1993 when I started there, and the first 7 years of my career I spent in this area, working field, and then after that I became head of the IT department, the director of the IT department. Did that for 4 years. So that was the start of my career.
Ah.
And then I moved out of the ministry. And then my boss called me. He was the Deputy Secretary General at that moment. He said, well, are you not interested to have experience outside, abroad? And so we had the discussion together. Because in between, in the year 2000, I was working at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I took a sabbatical leave for half a year.
And these on traveling.
And we decided together to go for half a year to Australia
Right.
to discover whether we want to immigrate to Australia.
Ah.
And in the meantime, we had triplets.
Oh.
So I mean, that's another part of the story.
Triplets.
Yes, that was in 1993.
We came back from the world tour. We came back in 1993, and we discovered on 93, a lot of threes, that we were expecting triplets. And,
That is so unusual.
It is spontaneous, not helped. It was like two girls.
What a gift!
Yes.
It's absolutely,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
If you talk
Yeah.
about happiness, it's.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is the happiness show. But you guys
Yeah.
are so interested.
Yeah.
So now you need.
Yeah, but
Wow.
you don't know when you are happy if you're also not sad. And the sad part of is that the boy, there were two girls and a boy, and the boy, when they were 9.5 years old, the boy died because he had convulsions, like epileptic convulsions. And but that's
so
happened.
sorry.
But then the lesson you learn from it is when very sad things happening in your life, if you can find the strength to deal with it and to be happy that we got to know this boy and he was in our lives. I think, and also hold each other and being a parent for the girls who were missing their brother. It makes you strong and grateful that he was there. So we celebrate his life, although it was a sad story as well. And
it was not only, I think it was a tragedy. I mean, it's one of the worst things which can happen to you when
Of
you have
course,
children. I mean, nobody wants to, but
No.
I think we survived, and then I think it tells a lot about our relationship, but also how we are as individuals coping with those kind of things in life. So we survived, and we are still
and
happy.
our relationship survived, and the relationship with our daughter survived. And exactly a year later, we got a new child.
Our son Mats.
And
MATS, which is a Swedish name, I believe.
It is. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
yes,
Swedish name.
and we
Yeah.
found out later when we had because we choose the name because the letters MATS.
Yeah.
Her father was named Maarten,
Yeah.
and my father was named Martin.
Ah,
So we choose the similar letters from both names,
nice.
and then put an S behind it because it was plural.
So sorry.
So we came up with the name Mats, and we liked the name.
Yes.
But later on, we found out that it's an abbreviation of Matthias.
Yeah.
And if you look to the meaning of Matthias, it means a gift of God. So I mean, that was like it's kind of tear-jerking story that happened. So in that sense, it's also something. If you talk about happiness, you know, it was also for us a gift, and you know, after such a tragedy, which overcame us. So,
Oh wow! I get. I lost my words because you know I think that is happiness and gratitude cooked down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Because life is like a thin thread we are walking on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very close to happiness and sadness.
Yeah.
You know, and we just keep
Yeah.
carrying the boat.
There's not one if you don't have the other.
I
No,
think
exactly.
they're also connected in a way. I mean,
Yeah.
it's they're sides of the same coin,
Yeah.
of different sides of the same coin,
Yeah.
and everybody, you know, is encountering those kind of things in life. So it's unavoidable. It's
It
being
is,
part
of
of being a
course.
human being. And
Yeah, we cannot walk through life, but I'm so sad that you needed to go through it. But I'm
Yeah.
happy that you got
Yeah.
your mats,
Yeah.
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 yeah,
gift
and
from God.
Yeah.
absolutely. So.
So if we go back to, you know, what is happiness for you both? What is happiness for you, Your Excellency?
Well, I think happiness is an outcome of your daily actions,
Yeah.
I would say. So it's not something, you know, when you are invited me or us for this interview, so happiness, what have to do with happiness, but I
Yeah.
think, so for me it's more like, you know, you try to live your life according to your personal values and your core values, part what I got from my parents, part I learned on the way, part I learned from Margriet, part I learned by my own experience, and then you try to walk your path, and then out of the things you're doing, then happiness can appear and become part of the steps you take every day. So it's I would say it's not something I would strive for, but something which
Is the effect.
Yeah, it's there.
It will become there
Yeah.
in a way if you try to do your best.
Exactly.
In-
No, but
in-
I
in-
like that.
Yeah,
You know,
so it's-
because it sounds like a cliche, but it's so true.
Yeah.
If you honestly trying your best
Yeah.
ability to be
Yeah.
a good human,
Yeah.
decent human,
Exactly.
then
Yeah.
it's pretty much we are
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
in the happiness goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so.
honestly.
Yeah.
Because I think those people who are a little bit miserable and a little bit angry and a little bit rude and arrogant to other people, I don't think that they are having the real happiness. You know,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, and
gratitude.
when you're saying that, I think it's also about the willingness to take responsibility of your own life. So I think a lot of things, you know, when I encounter people who are not very happy, it's also most of the time to do that they're not willing to take responsibility of their own actions, because the actions makes you kind of miserable. I mean, and it's difficult to, talk. There are things which, you know, if you talk about the people in Gaza or Sudan, or whatever, they are happening by external factors.
Yeah.
But also, without traveling around, we have been in very poor areas in Pakistan, etc. And then you can see that people can still be happy, although their circumstances are miserable.
Yeah.
So it's also about, you know, how are you willing to take responsibility or
Control
control
of your own life.
of your own
Yeah.
life, and
Yeah.
And also, is it your circle? Is it your circle of how we say it in Dutch so nice? Always the circle
of attachment and your circle of influence.
influence.
Also.
If you have no influence, then your energy is, you feel miserable, you cannot help it because you have no control about it. But if it is in your circle of influence, you can maybe help other people or maybe change or maybe add something. And then it adds to your happiness feeling.
Yes.
But if you're all the time worrying about things you cannot change and it's outside your control.
And maybe it has also to do with expectations. If you don't have zero expectations and accept what's coming on your path, then the outcome, and you take the outcome for granted. I mean, you can be very happy with nothing.
Exactly.
And that's a kind of, the trick of the game. So.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult game, difficult to be so.
It is, but it's an interesting topic actually. That's why, it is, because we all have different takes on it, and when you dig a little bit deeper into the happiness, like
Your soup?
Yeah, the happiness soup.
Yeah.
So what are you agreeing, or do you have a different take, Madame Margaret?
No, every morning we do our walk.
Yeah.
We walk maybe 5Ks in the park, and we talk about these kind of things.
Nice.
And it's our way to connect, because at the end of the day we're often tired, and then you don't get to have these conversations anymore. And in the morning at 6 o'clock we are fresh out of bed, and then we do our walk.
Good.
And
Maybe we should go at our
Happiness walk.
happiness medicine.
Medicine. Yeah,
That
walking
is a-
together.
Walk in the park.
Walk in the park.
And walk it, I love it.
Yeah.
That is a good medicine.
Yeah, and even when it's summer, you can go early,
Yeah.
and you take your bottle of water, and you just, and it feels so nice when your day starting already with something. Your day cannot be ruined because you had your walk.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do it the same. I'm
Yeah.
out there like 4:30.
Yeah.
Every morning. Well,
Yeah.
not actually today.
Yeah.
But normally,
Yeah.
because I got injured. But,
Oh, wow.
yeah, normally,
But
and
if
I like it. But I like the thing that you're doing it together.
Mm.
Yeah.
And for us, it's also like a way of keeping your relationship healthy and same, because with the work I have, but also the part Margriet is taking in my work.
Yeah.
You're so busy with a lot of things that before you lose each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to recuperate, and then you can use those walks to come back to ourselves and see what's happening inside ourselves, and then have a
I
conversation.
love that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, your job because you are doing it together, and it is a tough job. Because when you think about it, like, ambassador, that must be so glamorous, and of course it must be very glamorous.
Sometimes it is. I mean, it's
But it's so much work.
so grateful for it.
It has many sides.
But coming back, I mean, I think when our son passed away, after that, I think we started the walking thing as a way of staying connected and keep each other's hand, and then move forward in a way. So in a way, doing the walking is also moving forward in life together.
Oh, you sounds like guru.
I'm just getting tears in my eyes. It's so good. I want to print a T-shirt. Honestly, this is so good.
Take your steps.
No, but it's because I think I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm, an activist when it comes to this with the walking, because it really grounds you, and it sets you also for the day. When you hear the birds beep, 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 you start, and before you hear the the crickets, and then comes the birds, and then comes the sun, and it's just like, it's very powerful. But doing it together, my husband needs to listen to this. Yes. No, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Because, it keeps you grounded, as you say, connects, But talk also about the day, what's
And
happening.
it's also nice you meet the same people. There's this
Yes.
Indian couple or two ladies, and long time no see, no. And there's this guy who's doing with his dog the yoga poses, and
A lot of things, funny things are happening also in the morning.
and all the guys who are taking care of all the work.
Yeah.
And there's a small gym in the park, and there are a couple of.
We talk about the 5-6 park, by the way.
Oh yeah, but don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Oh,
because
yeah. Should keep it secret.
we can't discuss them.
Which part did you say?
But Albida Park is nice as well.
All the parks.
All the parks.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. No, but it's true when you see the same things and you see the same security guys and you're like, hey, the same cats.
Yes. Yeah.
And you start building a relationship also with them in a way. So it's really interesting thing to do.
It is.
Yeah.
And also you know you don't have your because now we're sitting here with we have our office almost clothes on and makeup.
Yeah.
But there in the morning, no. It's nothing and you're just you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's really nice. I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Thank you for sharing.
Happy to share it.
Thank you for sharing,
Yeah.
because now you are also the agents of happiness. So it's
Yeah.
good that you're sharing your stories. So I wanted to ask you both, what do you do when you feel you loosen a little bit of that core of happiness? Do you have any recommendation for us? What do you listen to some music, or do you call a friend?
Can you massage my shoulder?
What do you do when you feel like, oh, I lost my mojo, where it's gone? Where can I ever find it again?
Yeah, for me, it's a lot to do with having kind of physical activity.
Yeah.
So I love to drive my racing bicycle, although last weeks I don't do it as much as I used to do it. But that's for me a way to exhaust myself physically. It helps, I think, from a chemical point of view, you're going to make all kind of interesting chemicals inside, like oxygen and what you know the other one, dopamine or whatever.
Yeah, all those.
So all those you release them, and I think that,
Yeah.
that makes you kind of happy. So but physical exercising is for me the main thing.
Yeah.
Primarily, if
Yeah,
you would,
no, it's a good
if
one.
you bring it down to my core, that will be. But
Also talking to each other.
Yeah.
And for me, what works really, really well, are you allowed to feel how you feel? And if it is a no, then you are pushing to this negative feeling or this depressive feeling. But if you push to something, you add energy.
Yeah.
And it becomes bigger. Like you want to push, if you push to this wall, all your energy is going in this wall. So this wall,
she's the real guru.
this wall won't go away.
Both are gurus.
But if it's like, of course you're allowed to feel.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel everywhere, every day happy and every day up. No, some days are like, and is it okay to be, if you can say, with a full, fully yes,
Yes.
it's okay to feel
Yeah.
blurry and you can breathe about it, then it's okay. And it will, it's part of human being, and when it's okay
Yeah.
to feel that, then the feeling is gone.
Yeah. And it's not gonna stay there forever.
No. And some
Right.
days.
I mean, that's also the interesting dynamics between the both of us. I need, so I stay a bit kind of grumpy, so, and before I go really back into my inner self and, exactly do what she is, so but I need another trick, and most of the time that's physical exercise. But when we're walking, she's having the mirror inside my face, hello, where are you?
That's so good. That is really good.
And then after a while, I mean, it takes most of the time, one round, then I kind of ease down to let myself
Yeah.
allow those kind of things.
Yeah. And we are only humans,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's also a nice question to ask each other, okay, what are the masks?
Yeah.
You are from the drama
Yes.
point of view.
Yes.
So we have masks. I'm the lady, I'm the madam, I'm the mother, I'm the friend, I'm the mem in the house, I'm the neighbor. We all have these roles and masks. And sometimes you wake up after a certain dream, and you are waking up with a mask. And if you're not aware that you're wearing this mask, you can also be, if you're not aware that you are in this sort of groove or
A state of mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
state of mind. Yeah, and if you are aware that this state of mind is there, it's the same story that it's okay that it's there.
Yeah,
But you can name it to each other. like,
exactly, and you mirror each other like.
yeah, I have a worrying mask. I worry about the children. I'm worrying
Yes.
about the guests. I'm worrying about, and then you say, okay, I have a worrying mask.
Yes,
And,
I love that. That you put, like a name on it, because
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes we cannot really
Yeah.
address what it is.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
then when, we
And-
need each other.
yeah,
Absolutely,
and then you
yeah.
know from each other. Okay, you are in the state of worrying. Okay, tell me all about it. And then you just like this needle in this
All about it.
this needle in the balloon, this big balloon of worrying, and you put a needle in.
Oh wow, I love that. I saw it. All the words of.
Yeah.
But you were an artist, right? So you went to this art school.
I went to this art school, but I directly choose for advertising. So,
Aha. So
Uh,
that because that is also a good channel if you're, because my mom is an artist, so I know that she goes all the way to
Yeah,
her
yeah,
studio
yeah,
and like
yeah.
doing things.
Yeah, I like to create.
Yeah,
yeah,
I can see. I can
yeah,
see.
yeah.
But what do you do if you see that some in your family or in your close friends, they are suffering, they are sad, they are not like their normal happy themselves? Do you do anything? Do you approach it? How do you handle that? If you see someone is not having their real happiness volume.
I think, but I'm interested what she was going to say, but
I know what you were saying.
we know. What
Yeah, we know.
Somebody should be open for help. I mean, so going to somebody, oh, you look A, B, C, and maybe you know what's happening.
Yeah.
So it starts in a way being the conversation starts, but it's. I'm personally not the person who is now going, oh, you're looking, then I need to do something. So that's more also in my nature, but in the end it will be a conversation about and trying to ask open questions and ask how do you feel, what's happening, and then try to. But it's more like
I've been raised. My father
somebody
said.
allowed it, and
My father said, if somebody is not asking for help, it's not help. Then it's you cannot bear it to see somebody suffering, and you want to help, but you don't help if that person first has to ask for help.
Exactly.
And if that's happening, then you can help.
Yeah.
But still, I like to fix my children when they're miserable, and then I thought I'm a very good fixer. I can make my children happy again, but I heard so much, Mom, I only want to tell the story. You don't have to fix me. You don't have to come with. So now and it's very difficult, but I try just to listen.
Yeah.
And we in Dutch the translation is active listener.
Yeah.
So we just repeat in slightly different words. Oh, you feel miserable. You feel miserable. Oh, you hurt your knee, and that must be hurting. And not like, okay, then you should go to the physiotherapist. And I told you. And I told you. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
somebody. Sometimes it's also good if you see somebody suffering to let him suffer. I mean,
Yeah.
it's to be in a suffering state can also be helpful to find your own way out of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's part of
It's part of life, right?
Yeah, it's part of life, and it's also part of solving it in a way.
Yeah.
It's,
And sometimes you need to walk through the dark forest, knowing that, you know,
Yeah.
we are all there waiting for you.
exactly.
But you need actually to find your way out. We
Yeah.
will be there, but just
Yeah.
finding the way out is the learning,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because then you don't get lost
Yeah.
again.
And sometimes it can take years.
It can.
Do you have a medicine for yourself?
Well, I am a little bit of a mix because I'm a Gemini, and we are like either we are super or we are super miserable. You know, I can be both. So, but thank God, most of the time I am a happy person. But of course, sometimes I fall into the trap because it is a trap. It is a trap of feeling a little bit like the self-pity party. Like, oh, poor me. And then when you think about it, I have everything. I am healthy, what I know, knock on wood. And I have my family, I have a job, you know, I live here, I meet all these fantastic, you know, I have everything. So why,
Yeah, but sometimes.
but sometimes. So I love take a walk. It always work. Put on a tune.
Oh,
ABBA
yes,
is always the answer for everything in my world.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's like dancing queen, you know, just put on a beat, you know, because
Yeah.
sometimes you just need to have a deviation from your own self. And that could also be reaching out to someone.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you do that, you put your focus on maybe someone else is suffering. Maybe I can do something for another human instead of feeling sorry for myself. But it's easier said than done. So if you ask my husband, he will say, ho, 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 ho. She is not doing that. She's being bad, soaking, being bad. No, but I think, you know, that is part of life. It's who we are. So, because we are now sitting in a radio station, radio audio. So, but I am so interested to hear what kind of memories you guys have about with radio. Radio shows from before, or if you have anything that you feel, this is a memory I have.
Oh yes.
She's a really radio person.
Yeah. My mom, she was a concert pianist. And so she was always listening to this classical music, and she was playing also with her friends at home. So I would be in my room and I hear her play, and I have a trained ear, or when it was really like that they were above the music with each other. But the radio must be always classical music. Because that was the only music my mom was appreciating.
Of course.
And we would like hard rock or Metallica or good fat soul or James Brown. And for my parents, it was only the classical music. But I got a trained ear by it, and when I start living on myself, I have a variety of music, and still now we put everyday music, and then nowadays you can listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
And I think that the world of radio has been so much richer now.
Yeah, it has. It has.
And even in the car coming here, searching for the radio station. Yeah, and it's nice to listen, and it's some with the news. Nowadays I don't want to listen to the news so much, but it's nice that you hear that they play with the snow in the Netherlands at the moment, so it's fun. And what else with the radio?
Well, my still very vivid memory of radio is, and I don't know what age I was, maybe I was 10, 12, I don't know, but I was laying in my bed and I had a very old radio box near my bed. It was, I think, from my grandmother. And I had it on before sleeping, and then I still remember that there was a fantastic song. And years later I found out it was Riders on the Storm of
Doors.
of the Doors. And so that's still, if you talk about radio, that's something still popping up as a first experience on radio.
Wow. And that is a good tune to sleep to.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Storm.
Because it's very
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
little bit mysterious.
Exactly.
A
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit calm.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I think 90% of the time we have our radio on, and it's also, we put a lot of Dutch radio on.
Yeah.
So it gives you the feeling of, when you're sitting
Yeah.
in summertime, 50 degrees, and then you hear this.
It's raining. It's
Yeah.
flooding.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Thank you so much. I am so very grateful from the bottom of my heart
Mm.
for you being so generous with both yourself and your time, and I am really moved. I know I am, and I take so much with me from today, and
We could talk for hours.
yeah, we could just
This
sit
is
here
only
and
small
talk.
part.
I thank you so much, and also we have a little thing, because there's so many different nationalities in Qatar, and it's nice to end the show with saying thank you in your language. So, how do you say thank you and goodbye in Dutch?
Dankjewel en dat we hier mochten zijn.
Ooh. Okay. One more time.
Dankjewel. En tot de volgende keer. Doei!
Oh, I love it. Thank you very much. And tack så mycket. Shukran, Yatila, and over
See
and
you
out.
next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.